So now you're a senior, or you're going to be a senior.
Yes.
So sure you're thinking what comes next. So
Yes.
what do you think comes after high school?
So I am currently planning on getting a softball scholarship and attending university. Through that, I do have a few offers from some schools right now, and am working on going through admissions at this time.
Awesome. I'm lucky you got it all. Well, when you go off in the future and you start making lots of money, don't forget us. Yeah, hopefully you'll make this part your home. So congratulations. We wish you and everybody else the best. Now you will not be eligible to come back to this again. Maybe you will sit on one of those chairs. That's right. Thank you all so much. Stand right here.
One, two, three. So you can represent us at National Wiener Festival. Almost 10 years.
Yes, yeah, we can do that. Yes. But
So while I'm here, I would just like to talk about a fundraiser that I'm hosting in September. It's called the Winning for Wilcox Initiative, and I am partnering with Alex Wilcox's family. So Alex was from Brantley, Alabama, and when she graduated from Brantley High School, she was a softball player, and she attended Mississippi State University as a softball player. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2016, and she passed after her freshman year at Mississippi State. One of the main things that her family has brought to my attention, is they believe that if Alex had spoken about her symptoms sooner and what she was experiencing, things may have been different for her. So for any of the women here, I would just like to say the symptoms of ovarian cancer are abdominal pain or bloating in your abdomen, back pain, feeling like you have a full bladder when you don't, and a loss of appetite. So I think it's very important for us to know the symptoms of ovarian cancer, as it is a silent killer for women. And the fundraiser is a softball tournament compiled of local high school players from an assortment of different schools. And we will have a lot of people in attendance. The Florida State softball team will be in attendance, kind of helping out and taking pictures and things like that, and a few players from the University of Kentucky as well. So it will be a big event. It is on September 2nd, and there will also be a home run derby, and anyone can participate. 18 years or younger, anyone can participate, and there's actually been a $500 donation already to the winner of that derby. So I encourage everyone to attend, and any softball player to participate in the home run derby. So thank you.
all right. Next item on the agenda is also a presentation that will be by the Dothan-Houston County Library System, Mr. Chris Warren. You want to come up? Give us an update. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to speak, and I'll say I feel a bit underdressed. I left my tiara and my sash at home. But I will say if I have half the confidence of future Little Miss Houston County, I would be off to it. Anyway, through Jackie, I provided all of you with a copy of our annual report from last fiscal year, which summarizes a number of our key initiatives and accomplishments from the past year. There's a handful that I would like to highlight. I get asked, I've been working in libraries for 20 years, and oddly, I still get the same questions about whether or not people still read and whether or not people still come to the library. Well, I'm happy to say that last year, patrons in Dothan and Houston County borrowed a total of 186,314 items through our public libraries. That includes books, ebooks, audiobooks, DVDs, basically any kind of media format we provided through the library. Within those 186,000 items, patrons borrowed 124,271 print books, which is up about 9% from where it was the year prior, and 43,622 ebooks, which is up about 10%, almost 11% from where it was the year prior. So I'm happy to say that people still read. The printed book is still alive and well, and people are still borrowing printed books and digital books from our local library. We also welcomed about 283,000 visitors through all of our locations. We hosted 566 programs for children, teens, and adults, and those programs were attended by over 15,000 people. So that includes all the story times, author programs, lectures, classes, all the things that we offer all throughout the year. Last year, one of our hallmark programs, of course, last year was our summer reading program. We had about 1,600 children, teens, and adults registered, and they read a combined total of 16,000 books. Now, I do mention adults. I know that may sound strange, but we do have an entire component of our summer reading program for adults because we believe that it's important for kids to have role models who read. And I think anybody here who's a parent, maybe anybody who isn't a parent, knows that kids tend to model the behaviors that the grown-ups in their life exhibit. They do that for better or for worse. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and she's exhibited some of my good behaviors and some of my not so good ones. So, but I make a point to read with her, and I make a point to read around her. And if children see the grown-ups in their lives, whether that's their moms or their dads, or their grandmas or their grandpas, or their aunts or their uncles, whoever, then they're more likely to read as well. I said that last year we had about 1,600 people register for our summer reading program. I'm happy to say that this year, summer's not even over, and we've already had a 10% increase with over 1,800 children, teens, and adults registering for our summer reading program. So our summer this year isn't even wrapped up yet, and it's already a really great success compared to last year. Also wanted to provide you all with a brief update on our Ashford Library. Within the past couple months, there's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes. And I'm happy to report that this month our board approved a U.S. Department of Agriculture Community Facilities loan, which will allow us to get started on our Ashford Library sooner rather than later. Now, I've made a point to tell people it is a loan. It is not a grant. This is still something that we would have to make a payment on every year. That said, the interest rates are very good because it is a federal program. And we are still able to run a concurrent capital campaign to go with it. There's no prepayment penalty associated with the loan. So what I tell people is if we got through this project and we built this library and a millionaire were to drive through Ashford and say, hey, this is the greatest library I've ever seen, how much did it cost, and write us a check for it, then we would be able to pay off the loan and be free and clear. That said, we are still in the process of raising all the funds that would offset that capital. And we're looking at a 5-year pledge period, which will allow us to ideally get more money or more funds raised than if we were just doing this all at one time. I'm happy to say that we're already at 31% of our fundraising goal once you total all of the gifts and pledges that we've received so far. So our campaign is off to a really good start. Looking ahead, we should be able to put the project out to bid this fall. We should be able to begin construction near the beginning of 2024, and we should be done by the fall of 2024. Now, again, we're still in the process of raising the capital campaign. We're still in the process of raising the funds so that ideally we will never actually owe a payment on this loan because it will all be paid free and clear. I'm, of course, really excited about what this will mean for the library. I'm excited about what it will mean for Ashford, what it will mean for Houston County in general. I also mentioned I've worked in libraries for 20 years, and I think that this is a really cool proof of concept for how you can have amazing library service in a small town in a rural community. And that's not to say that we're not doing a great job in Ashford right now, but when we're done with this project, we'll have a facility that's twice the size of what we currently have in Ashford. It'll be located in the heart of the community in downtown, and it will have finishes equivalent to what we have in our main library and our Westgate branch. And thinking too, not just about what this would do for that library and what that'll do for Ashford, but when you have this combination, this sort of intersection of the community facilities loan, the capital campaign, and all the partnerships that we built along the way, I think we have a really exciting model for how we can provide rural library service in a small town in a rural community. And that's something that other communities in Houston County might be able to follow suit with, not just Houston County, but maybe other small towns and other rural communities throughout Alabama and maybe even in the Southeast. And to think that that started in Ashford, think that that started in Houston County, that's really, really exciting. So I'm excited about what's coming next. I actually realized the other day I've been director here for about 3 years. Came here during COVID, during the height of COVID. And I'm really, the community has been really welcoming, and I'm just very happy to be here, and I'm excited about what we've done, and I'm excited about what will come next.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I did have one question. So the capital campaign, you said you were 31%. What's that number that you're looking to?
Just short of $1 million. And that includes, people sometimes cringe when I say that number, but that includes everything. We've made a point to make sure that the budget we've set for the project incorporates architectural fees, any legal fees, borrowing associated with the loan, furniture, fixtures, and equipment. You know, when you have a public facility, you have to make sure you have public facility grade chairs and shelves, things like that. I think when people see this project complete, they're going to be very, very proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
Gotcha. Good, good. Any other questions, comments from the commission?
I didn't say this, but of course, thank y'all so much for your support. There's so many things we just could not do if it wasn't for y'all. We appreciate that.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Item number 3 is recognition for the Wicksburg 12U softball team. So if Mr. Hughes, if you'd like to come up and bring the ladies from the team, y'all come on up too. And this may be, I tell you what, why don't you come around here? Because I think it's going to be a little too crowded right there. So just turn that microphone around. And ladies, if y'all want to come up and stand right here in this area. Got to get Mother Hen to get y'all in the right spot. We are very excited to have y'all with us. I know you're wearing the black and gold of Wicksburg, but you're going to be representing, you are going to be Team Alabama. So, Mr. Hughes, if you want to tell us a little bit about the team.
Well, first off, thanks for inviting us to the commissioners meeting. My name is Britton Hughes. I get the honor to introduce these ladies to you. I'm up here because I'm a school teacher and I'm not working right now. All the regular coaches are at their everyday jobs, so I kind of got voluntold to get up here and speak to you. So, but thank you for having us. Yeah, so this is the Wicksburg 12U Dixie Ponytails All-Star team. A couple of weeks ago, we did have our state tournament, and these ladies did win. So they are going to be trading in their yellow and black jerseys for red and white. That won't say Wicksburg across the front, it will say Alabama. And so we're leaving Thursday morning to go to Alexandria, Louisiana. It's about an 8-hour drive, and from what I understand, you know, it's going to end up being more than that whenever you factor in potty breaks, lunch, and everything else. So, yeah, but we're excited, and I just wanted to, you know, Wicksburg is a little small community right outside of Dothan. Most of you are aware of it, but to get to where we are, we had to play a lot of larger teams, one of which was Dothan, and one of the players is here. You guys were awesome, and it really were our toughest competition the entire time. But teams from Auburn and Montgomery and Troy and Eufaula and, you know, little bitty Wicksburg just kept getting it done. And so we were excited. We knew we had a lot of talent, but to put it all together was a lot of fun to watch. And so I can throw some stats at you just real quick, those of you who are familiar with the game. But during our sectionals and then state, we went 8-0. We haven't lost yet. Hope we don't. But in those 8 games, we outscored 86-16. And they excel really in all 3 facets of the game, whether it's fielding, pitching, and hitting. In the 8 games, we've had 3 errors, which is very little. Pitching, we had 41 innings pitched, 83 strikeouts. So that's more than 2 per inning. And then hitting, we had a team batting average of .544 with 105 hits and 39 stolen bases. So these girls, yeah, they've done the work. They've practiced their butts off in the heat. They may not look like much on the outside, but you get them on the diamond, and it's a completely different animal. But most of all, like, these girls genuinely enjoy one another. They practice hard. They cheer each other on. They're loud. They're so loud. especially Ellie and Radley. But anyway, if I can just introduce you real quick. Yeah, I'm saying your name, and then you're gonna raise your hand. So Lacey, there you are, okay. Kaylee, yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way a little bit. Dalen, Reagan, Kinley, Mary, Maddie. I'm kidding, Radley, Alex Ann, Taylor, Gracie, and Ellie. All right. So, but you know, we're loud, they're loud, and we appreciate all the support that's come, not only from Wicksburg, but from the Wiregrass area as well. So as we leave, anything that you can give us, whether it's just words of encouragement or really more than anything, we just appreciate you guys lifting us up in prayer, because we are going to be traveling. We do need some travel mercies. It's going to be 98, 99, 100 degrees each day that we're there. So if our faces don't melt off, we hope to bring back a trophy. But whenever we do come back to Dothan, we hope and expect to be World Series champs. So thank y'all.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, say cheese.
I'm gonna get this Jennifer.
All right. One more. Got it? All right. Thank y'all, ladies. Good luck. Good job. Good luck. Now, are y'all gonna leave or y'all gonna stick around? I wasn't really sure. Y'all are welcome to stay, but my brother told me y'all were leaving, so I wanted to give y'all the opportunity to vamoose. Thank y'all. Good deal, good deal. I think the future looks bright in Houston County, all the way around. We got some athletes, got some pretty ladies. He's not here, he had to work, but Taylor is my niece. So. All right, moving on to the regular agenda, we have 8 items. And we'll go ahead and get to the first one, and this is a request to approve budget amendment for workers' compensation insurance premium adjustment. Mr. Peter.
Sir, as we discussed on Thursday, due to the increase in salary payroll as a result of the COLA that was given to Houston County employees back in 2022, this represents a increase in our workman's comp insurance premium, which is a function of payroll.
And I should have asked this. We actually need a motion and a second to discuss it. So we have a motion by Herring and a second by Adams. All right, any questions or further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Item number 2 is a request to approve interlocal agreement between the City of Dothan and Houston County for the 2023 Burn Justice Assistant Grant Program.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Ivy, second by Commissioner Harvey. Any questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Item number 3 is a request to make a contingent offer to Mark Powell to fill the vacant EMA Director position and authorize Chairman to negotiate salary.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Herring, second by Commissioner Ivy. Any questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Item number 4 is a request to approve final plat for Mockingbird Hill subdivision.
Motion. Second.
Commissioner Ivy, second by Commissioner Adams. Any further questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Item number 5 is a request to approve preliminary plat for Flowers Plantation subdivision phase 2.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ivy and seconded by Commissioner Adams, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 6 is a request to approve the 2023 Rebuild Alabama Contractors Report.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Herring and second by Commissioner Adams. Mr. Acting County Engineer.
You have major impact.
So this far, sorry, that got me all mixed up, but anyway, so far this year, we have, completed 2 roads out of our rebuild roads at this point. That's National Road and Fortson Road. The total is 3.169 miles, and the dollar amount for those is $507,703.48. So, we do have a couple more rebuild roads, but due to our large MPO paving this year, we just haven't got to them yet, but they will be completed this fall.
Gotcha. I know we had some IT difficulties this morning. We would have had some information.
Yes, and I do have a map that we can put up on the board over here after the meeting for anybody that wants to see it,
Okay.
showing that. So
Yeah, we can do that, and also just get us a digital copy. That way we can upload it to our county website.
I'll do it.
Any questions? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 7 is a request to sell the following items on GovDeals: 26 empty chemical tanks, a gooseneck trailer, and another trailer.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Herring, second by Commissioner Ivy. Any questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 8 is the item that we added at the last minute last week, and it is a request to enter into a settlement agreement with Southern Alabama Surgery Center for tax appeals for the tax tribunal.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Harvey and second by Commissioner Herring. Peter, I know, and I apologize, we got this information so late, y'all, today, but I did get you to. The settlement is actually pretty easy to understand. I read through it. The amounts are before you, and I'll let Peter go into more details about that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This has to do, as you may recall, with a misinterpretation of some of the taxable items that are used through the health systems in our area. This is for the entire state, not just for Houston County, but this is the piece that impacts Houston County. The impact to the county is a total of just under $11,500, but the way the arrangement is worked out is that it'll come out of future sales tax proceeds. And it'll be about $1,000 a month that'll impact Houston County. Part of that is road and bridge, part of that is general fund. But it'll, as I said, it'll come out of future revenues. It won't be a check that we will be writing every month.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter. And the Houston, as we are aware, 70% of roughly 70% of this tax goes to education. And I want to personally thank the Southern Alabama Surgery Center for agreeing to settle this without payment of interest, because as I just said, 70% of these funds go to education. And so we are settling, but the impact to the Houston County School Board is going to be just under $9,800. And the impact to the Dothan City School Board is going to be just a hair over $13,000. So this does impact them. We have one more of these cases to settle. Prest, is all this accurate? Is there anything else we need to know? Any other comments we need to make?
I would just add the issue came up several years back.
Oh, it's on. I'm sorry.
The company that we use to collect these taxes, the companies that we use to collect these taxes had a miscalculation, a misunderstanding of the law when they interpreted it in terms of certain medical devices that are used in the health systems around here. And so this, I will tell you that this is, there's an update that we'll have to make to this agreement. It says the first payment was supposed to be due in the middle of July. We'll update that, and we've worked with this company. They're in agreement for this. It's just putting this on the agenda to get it settled. And so it'll be a year to pay it back without any interest, as both your CEO and your chairman have said. And so we do, this is a good agreement for the county. The law provides for the ability for interest to be paid back by right, and the taxpayer has agreed to not do that. So this is a good settlement for the county.
Any questions or discussion on this item?
I do, Chairman. It shows that the county is liable for $11,486.66. However, in the agreement, it's got the full amount of $34,288.53 that will be made in 12 monthly installments. From calculation, that's including the Houston County and the Dothan City school system that received the tax. Also, is the county also paying that money back that went to the schools?
The tax will be taken out at the top level. It will never reach either the county or either the school systems. And so the settlement is made on behalf of the county. The law is very strange in how this is written. We don't touch any of the money that actually goes to either of the school systems, but it is our responsibility to make sure and control and direct those funds. And so that's, I don't want to get too far into the weeds, but the agreement is between the county and the taxpayer. But all the funds that will be used to pay this back will never actually come into either the county's coffers or the school system's coffers. It'll be taken out at the top level. Does that answer your question?
So the county is still paying back the 34,000 instead of the 11,000. They're paying the whole amount.
The total settlement amount was
34,288.53.
That amount will be deducted from the taxes that come in through our system. But the impact, well, we'll just never see the money. Does that answer your question? Maybe Peter's better.
Yes, I'm sorry. I appreciate your question, and it's a difficult concept to wrap your head around. It took me a while, honestly. We have engaged an entity called Avenue Insights that handles the collection of sales tax for us. We provide them every year with the allocation percentage that's given to us from the revenue department based upon attendance records, how much of the monies are to be distributed directly from Avenue on behalf of the county to the school districts. So we don't actually receive and then redistribute the money to the school districts. They send it directly. They're going to send it, the refund collection, if you will. They're going to take that directly out of the monies that would go to the school systems on future payments. The amount that's going to come out of our general fund or road and bridge fund is only $11,486.
You know, we are the taxing authority, so we passed the sales tax years ago on behalf of, I guess, ourselves and also the school systems in the county. So it's a tax case that really doesn't involve the school systems. It impacts them, but it doesn't legally involve them, if that makes sense. Any other questions?
So one more time for the record, is $11,000 what we're paying back.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Our portion. That's our portion.
Gotcha.
Anything else? Okay, I will call the question. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Staff reports, Mr. Chief Administrative Officer.
No further reports, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Mr. Acting County Engineer.
We have two closed roads, P Market Road and Faulkner Road. And then I also want to reiterate that Houston County Road and Bridge this Wednesday, the 26th, will be changing the traffic pattern of Malvern Road and South Park. At that intersection, we'll be installing a four-way stop in preparing for the Rehoboth School's new access road onto South Park. And I also want to again say thank you to the city of Dothan for them letting us use their message boards for advance warning. So
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Mr. County Attorney. All right, there being no more items on the agenda, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All right, you are adjourned. Thank y'all.
Why?